This is Daniel coming live from Scottsdale Centers for Spiritual Living. I'll be doing the meditation this morning. It's about a 15-minute meditation, and I'll do a reading right after we get settled in, and then let everybody percolate for a few minutes. So get comfortable, close your eyes if you feel comfortable in doing that. Begin to slow your breathing and focus on any part of your body that needs special attention in terms of relaxation. And as you begin to focus more inward, you will feel more calm and your breathing will slow. And I'll read something from The Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes. We have learned that spirit is the absolute being, that it is the only thing in the universe which has self-knowingness, volition, choice, or will. The soul is the servant. The spirit has no choice and no purpose other than to execute the purpose giving it. The spirit of the universe cannot change, being all. There is nothing for it to change into. The soul of the universe must obey the will of the spirit. The body of the universe cannot help changing. This is what constitutes the internal activity of spirit within itself. The spirit passing into form, creation eternally going on. Since spirit must be manifest in order to be conscious, there must be a way in which it manifests. There must be a manifestation. So we have soul and body. Body is the manifestation, and soul, the way or law by which manifests. Effect Effect is that which did not make itself, but must have power back of it, causing it to be. All manifestation, all body is effect, and the subject is to cause. So as our meditation slowly comes to an end, increase your breathing a little bit, bring your awareness back into the room, and take the words of Ernest Holmes about change, that we are in control of our destiny, of how we feel, act, and think, and that change is made manifest by our thoughts. Namaste. Thank you for joining us today. Stay tuned for an exciting next event called Our Service.
So that's good. That's a good work. Smaller fault. Yeah. Remember the lower fault? You don't do it. Wow. That's right. Yeah. It's fine. Stayed home, tired. Good morning, everybody. Yeah. Come together, heart and soul, as we love together. Young and old, we will sing together, together in one song. Come together, from different worlds we are drawn together. In our own way we can pray together. Together we are strong. I see God in you. You see God in me. One path, one vision, one family. Come together, dreams and hands we will join together to build a place we can grow together. Together we are whole. All right, good morning. Morning, welcome to Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living. I am Reverend Lee Hyde, and I'm glad you are all here in the space with us, and you're joining us out there online. Glad to have you with us as well. If you're out there on YouTube or Facebook Live, please, if you're enjoying yourself, hit the like button, share it out with your friends. We appreciate all that you can do to participate with us. There's a chat. There's a chat function. Feel free to use the chat as well. Welcome, especially to anybody who is here for the very first time today. We're glad you are here as well. Thank you for joining us. If you'd like to be part of our mailing list, there is a clipboard in the lobby. There is also online. You can use QR code, and it'll take you to the website where you can sign up to be part of our mailing list, where you get a weekly email letting you know of all the things that are going on here. You can also find us on Facebook, where you can watch our live stream. You can find us on Instagram. Participate and engage with us in all those spaces if you care to. We have such a great community here at Scottsdale CSL, and we're growing and happy to meet new friends each and every week. We do have a mission, vision, and purpose for being, and if you would join me in reading that, speaking that into the service here this morning. Our mission is to provide spiritual tools for personal and community transformation. Our vision is a world that works for everyone. Our purpose is to awaken to our spiritual magnificence. And so it is. One of the ways that we awaken is in supporting our center with Grateful Gathering fundraisers. Next Saturday, the 28th, please take the time to join Katie and I as we host game night here at the center. We'll be starting at 4:30. We'll have food, fun, and games. Everybody's welcome to come and join us. There's a sign-up sheet in the lobby, so please take a few minutes to sign up there and participate in the fundraiser. We're glad you can join us for that. So, in the good news department this morning, A Scottish woman has been leaving notes and trinkets of affirmation in random places around her hometown, reading, "I am enough. Radiate positivity." She hopes that they serve to put smiles on the faces of those who find them and lift the spirit of the whole city of Glasgow. An education worker and admitted Swiftie, Beth McNeil, said she made around 70 of the bracelets for the Wembley leg of Taylor Swift's Eras Tour, where fans regularly exchanged them with each other. But dealing with depression and anxiety herself, McNeil felt there was a place for the bracelets beyond the concert venue and began leaving them inside envelopes around Glasgow. It's infectious, really. Making someone happy in turn makes you happy. I think more than ever we need the little things in life to put a smile on our face, McNeil said. We never know what someone is going through. If my bracelet puts a smile on somebody's face that is having a tough time or not, it's a win for me. Thank you, Beth McNeil. So bravo, Beth McNeil. Okay, let's shift gears and start. Oh no, where's Daniel? Daniel.
I am here.
I'm inviting Daniel up to do our invocation this morning.
Be happy to do that, right?
Thank you, brother.
Well,
Good morning.
morning.
So I will be available after service to do prayer work with people in the prayer room. So see me after service. Also, there's something we've just developed, started last couple of weeks. It's a prayer chain. So if you have a desire to have someone or a group of people enter into prayer for you, let us know and we will do that. Also, we will pray for anybody else. So we've had some very good success with that so far, and it is a lot of fun. If you'd like to join us in praying for others, let us know and we'll get you included in that as well. Also, I wanted to let you know that if you're, I don't know if anybody here is at the age, but if you're at the age of doing IRA withdrawals or withdrawals from your plan, let me know and I can help you to effectively donate to the church here. And it's more tax advantage than just taking it out, paying the taxes, and doing a donation. Something a little tricky that I found out. So it's pretty neat to do that. So let's do a quote and then get into the invocation. Does this thing I wish to do express more life, more happiness, more peace to myself, and at the same time harm no one? If it does, it is right, it is not selfish. That's from Ernest Holmes. So let's take that into prayer and close your eyes if you feel called to do that. As we go within, we recognize that we're in the presence of this beautiful, life-giving force that we know is spirit. That this spiritual presence is all around us. It flows through us constantly. That we are all about this presence. This presence fills us with joy, happiness, divine knowledge, love, health. All these qualities and so much more. And they are available all the time. Simply go within and get quiet and you will feel that magnificence of spirit and all of those healing powers, the energy that spirit offers. And it is with an open heart and gratitude that I give thanks for knowing that for all of us. I also give thanks for this spiritual community, for Reverend Lee and Reverend Jill and their talks, their messages that they give each and every Sunday, for all our volunteers that come together to support this beautiful community, for all the members that support with love and financial resources. I give thanks for all of that. I also give thanks for each and every person that is on a spiritual journey. No matter what their belief system is, we know that there are many ways to get to the one source, the one power, the one light. And we support and honor each and every faith tradition, each and every person that is on that path with us, as we open up our hearts and say yes to them. We also open up our hearts and give love and support all over the world to places that need it, that are in strife right now, that do not feel the love. And so as we open our hearts up, we know that we will change the world to one of more peace and happiness and joy. And I give thanks for knowing that that is possible through our belief system. And so with this, I know that this service is complete in every way, that Reverend Lee's message today is heard by each and every person at a cellular level, that it will embark us on a purposeful change in our lives, a meaningful change, and fill our hearts with joy, love, happiness, and open up the pathway for us to go forward, spreading love, joy, and happiness throughout the world in our communities, making a difference. So I invite us all to take those words, take these words, and go and make a difference in the world. I know this is possible through prayer, through this treatment. And so I simply give this away into that spiritual presence that says yes, that law that always answers us with a yes, knowing that this treatment is complete, it is true. And together we affirm it by saying, and so it is.
You are blessed. You are a blessing. 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 You are a blessing. You are a blessing. Good morning.
Hey,
Morning.
hey.
A little quote about gratitude. The soul that gives thanks can find comfort in everything. The soul that complains can find comfort in nothing. Hannah Williams. We're going to talk about gratitude for a second. So I want to ask you, if you have something you're grateful for, raise your hand and give us a little brief example. Because I know you all have something. Who wants to share with us? Somebody.
Push the button. Yeah,
I'm done.
push the button.
You want to stand up here? So they
Up here?
You can stand right here.
Oh,
stand
You
right
called
here.
up there, lady.
If you can stand right here.
I'll stay here.
Yeah.
I'm just grateful for being here today and finding you and learning more about you.
Oh,
It's a grateful day. I also keep a gratitude journal, so I think sometimes we think that we need to put big things down when we don't. Like one day it was having ice cream with my grandson, so just the small things kind of make a big life.
Yes, they do very
Good.
good. Gratitude journal.
There you go.
Sounds good.
Hi, Sophia.
Miss Lori.
Good morning. I had a most wonderful encounter this morning with a neighbor. I looked outside and there's a cat up on the wall, and my cat goes running out into his catio to make friends or something. And the little cat goes running down the wall, and all of a sudden my backyard neighbor pops her head up. She's going, come back, come back, come back. And, it's all walled in. She can't go try to get him. And so she's just there, just, beckoning him back, and I'm watching. And I was like, I got to go get ready. I'm going to service. I can't, and then I thought, what can I do? How can I help? And I went and got Jasper's favorite little cat treats. And I went out and I climbed up on something, because the wall's so tall, and climbing. I'm like, here, try this. And right then a dog barked and the cat ran back in the yard. Yay. So she's like, here, you can have back. I said, no, give it to him as a reward for coming back. But anyway, so the cool thing is she's looking over my wall and seeing that my koi pond is now a giant empty pit in my backyard. So sad, so ugly. And I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do and how I'm going to fix my yard and everything. And so she's like, oh, what happened to your koi pond? I was like, oh, liner failed, blah, blah. And she said, oh, you could do a rock something with plants. And she has this vision. And I was like, really? I said, I've been talking to people. I'm just not sure what to do. And she starts talking about it. And she said, she was like, I'll draw up a plan for you.
Wow.
How wonderful.
Cool.
And I said, well, thanks. And I have a great handyman for you. And I said, oh, thank you. I've got to go to service now. Bye. So
And the cat came back.
And the cat came back.
Hey.
Anyone else? I saw our beloved Beverly yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And for those of you who don't know, Beverly went for a little checkup, had some strange little symptoms, had a scan, and they came out from the scan and said, you can't drive home, you have to go to the hospital right now, you have a brain tumor. Sort of like that. So she had what she had on in her car. Somebody had to come and get it. So that was like Friday, and over the weekend they got her ready. She had the surgery Tuesday. And for those of you who know, the meninges are layers that really protect your spinal cord and your brain, and there are 3 of them. And there was 2 were sitting right up on top. And it's not uncommon. They grow for a long, long time, usually before you have any symptoms, sometimes 20 years, which I'll have her tell you that because she had some symptoms for the last 20 years that nobody followed up on. But anyway, so she had this little brain tumor, and she's amazing. She didn't sit through any of the science of mind for nothing. She understands the mind-body connection, and she's an incredible human being, and we love her and miss her, and she's just doing well. She's going to have a couple of weeks of rehab now, and she's at Honor in Old Town, Honor Hospital in Old Town. She may be staying there for the treatment as well. So I am so grateful. I went to see her, and she just cracked me up. She was laughing and being funny. When the doctor showed her, Reverend Jill was there. And he said, oh, yeah, this is a golf ball sized tumor. It's like an inch. And she said the funniest part when Jill was talking to him later, he told him that golf balls are 2 inches. She just thought that was hysterical. So anyway, I think that's pretty cute too. That's all she worried about. She was in great hands, and she had a very famous surgeon. Just happened to be on call that day. So anyway, Beverly Young's from Honor Hospital in Old Town. Okay, next Sunday, as the weather starts to cool down and starts to be things that we're doing more things around here, on the 29th, Brunch Bunch return as we head over after service to Picasso's Healthy Italian Kitchen on the promenade. So those of you who want to go out and have brunch or lunch afterwards, we're starting it again next Sunday. And then October 2nd is our quarterly visioning group with Reverend Jill on Zoom. Mark your calendar. It's usually around 6 p.m., I believe. Is it heaven? Yeah, 6 p.m. It would be nice if you could let Reverend Jill know the day before if you're going to participate, so she can anticipate and give you information about the Zoom. It's a wonderful opportunity to see what Spirit has in mind for you. October 19th, Boise, we're going to do some more stuff. fall potluck in the courtyard. We're gonna have a welcome fall with food and celebration right out there. We're all gonna bring a dish that we share for fun and fellowship, and you can sign up for what you're bringing in the lobby, October 19th. After today's message, Reverend Lee will open the microphone for questions. For those of you who things occur to you during the message that you might have questions about. And so from there, we'll turn this over because we love music at Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living. And today we welcome Alliance.
All right, good morning.
Morning.
How many of us feel unlimited? Okay, good. Some days, most days.
Most days.
Preference.
Yeah, I know. It's challenging. It can be very challenging sometimes. So I need to get a little bit organized here. A lot of stuff going on. So the title of today's message is Living Spirit, Tools for Transformation. We've been talking about the mind-body connection and a lot of different things around all of that this month. And I'm going to try to pull some of it together, and so that we can walk out with some things that take us beyond just the whole theory of spirituality. Because it's very easy to get wrapped up in a whole bunch of theory, a whole bunch of thoughts and ideas and rabbit hole conversations about the way it all works. And we use fancy words and all this stuff to describe the universe and our relationship to it. And then I look out at my life and I go, really? I mean, really? Because, and I'll just speak for me. My week this week, from a 20,000 foot view, so to speak, not a bad week. And there were some pretty rough patches this week for me. I had some challenges, emotional challenges, physical challenges, organizational, logistical challenges, all kinds of things that I had to face and deal with. And some of them I dealt with quite well. Some of them, it got pretty messy. There were tears shed. There was upset. There was anger and frustration. And I wasn't feeling very spiritual. I was feeling rather less than. I was trapped in my limited humanity. It got wrapped up in all the woe is me and the tears are like, come on, man. And we get to be that. So I'm here to let you know that we get to be that person too. We get to have the frustration. We get to have the upset. That's part of the process. I get to shed the tears and be frustrated. And I get to have the joy too that happens on the other side. I get to feel the love that comes forward when somebody opens their heart and stays present with me as I'm going through that. I get to have that too. And I get to have the joy and the love and the sense of caring and compassion when I allow myself to show up for somebody else in that way as well. For me, this is all, what I'm talking about is part of being spiritual, of living a spiritual life. Dr. Olson, the author of our book of the month, wrote this. Not that one.
That's a good one though.
I know. They're all nice. She wrote, I'm sorry, Joe, giving ourselves the gift to be spiritual. Giving ourselves the gift to be spiritual is one of the most powerful. I don't have that. Did I not give you that one?
No.
Oops, now I'm having trouble reading my writing.
Tough week.
I know. See, there. Yeah, thank you. All right. Giving ourselves the gift of being spiritual is one of the most powerful, actionable. One of the most powerful, actionable gifts we can give ourselves in this lifetime. Giving ourselves the gift to be spiritual is one of the most powerful, actionable gifts we can give ourselves in this lifetime. I really like that word actionable. And the fact that we are giving ourselves a gift, We're giving ourselves permission and saying, here, you, we, I get to look at the world in a whole new way. And acknowledging that there is a power greater than we are that we use, a power greater than we are that created us, that brought us into being, a power greater than we are that is love and joy and peace. And it is the darkness and it's the upset and it's all the stuff. It's the full spectrum of it. Because the ends of the polar ends of our experience define each other. And it's true. In truth, it's not simply a line, it's a circle. It's something that circles back upon itself. Because it's a whole system that we are engaged in, a whole system that we're participating in. That says, this is all of it, holding it all as being an inclusive experience, says that all of my experience is the spiritual experience. And learning to embrace all of it is the way we heal our lives. Learning to embrace the challenges, learning to embrace the experiences of being less than, learning to embrace sometimes the ideas that in moments I feel limited, grabbing a hold of that and saying, yeah, that too, this too is it. And then we take the tools that we learn, we take the meditation, we take the classes, we take the opportunity to reach out to somebody to support us, we take the opportunity to go sit quietly and read a book of inspiration. Take the time to go sit in the garden or somewhere and journal. Take the time to go sit in the corner with some quiet music, a cup of tea, coffee, a snack, and just be with me. And maybe shed a tear. And let that be okay. Because in those moments when I know that for myself, and I suspect it's true for you too, is that in those moments when I start pushing back against things, I start pushing back against experiences, I start pushing back against change, I start pushing back against the natural flow of things, that is when the trouble starts. When I start arguing with what is clearly the flow of life, that's a losing battle. That was very much part of my experience this week. I started pushing back against stuff that I had no control over. Really? Silly. I know better. Y'all know better. And I got the opportunity to learn it again. Ernest Holmes writes this: the practice of truth is personal to each. And in the long run, no one can live our lives for us. To each is given what we need, and the gifts of heaven come to all alike. The essence of spiritual mind healing, affirmative prayer, and all true religious philosophy is an inner realization of the presence of perfection within and around about. The gifts of heaven are given to all alike. And what we're talking about is an inner realization of the presence of perfection. You see, there's a divine idea at the core and center of each and every one of us. There's an idea of each of us that is filled with light and love and joy and peace and power and prosperity and wholeness and health and laughter and whimsy and magic and all the things. All of the things. And part of that equation is sometimes shadow stuff. It's sadness. It's upset. It's choppy waters along the way. Because along the way in our lives, we take on ideas that say, maybe I'm limited. Maybe I'm not enough. Maybe, every time I grab a hold of somebody and love them, they leave. Maybe I get a message along the way that said, you know what, if you speak too loudly, you're going to get smacked down. Maybe I got a message along the way that said, you know what, you can't really ask for what you want because you're just not worth it. So don't ask. Just don't ask. And we get to move through those things. We get to learn that, yes, I get to ask. Yes, I deserve the good things of life. Yes, I am worthwhile. Yes, I get to speak my mind. Yes, I get to have the good things. And as soon as I begin to accept that, as soon as I begin to speak that for myself, then what happens? The universe comes along and says, okay, sure, as you believe. Or as Wesley would say in The Princess Bride, as you wish. As you wish. I decided a while back that I made a stand for myself and said, you know what? I'm here to just dance with spirit. I'm just going to do this dance. I'm going to move through this life. And I am going to simply expect spirit to greet me at every turn. With my good. With love. With joy. With prosperity. With health. With wholeness. And some areas it's really good. Some areas it can be a challenge. But I simply expect it. And I decided that I was going to have fun and dance with it. Interestingly enough, as I poured the clear water of that belief into the cup of my consciousness, the things that needed to get cleaned up, what happened? They bubbled up. And I get to learn and grow along the way. I get to look at those and say, do I want to keep it? Do I want to let it go? And sometimes I let it go and it comes back. Or sometimes I clean it up and let it go and I get a deeper level of the same thing. But I keep showing up. I keep moving forward. I keep doing the practice. I keep doing the writing, the meditation, the prayer work, the journaling, talking to people, teaching classes, taking classes, looking for opportunities to learn and grow. And sometimes I have to, and I'm sure I might be the only one. I just have to take time out. No? Y'all just keep going, hammering away day after day after day, or do you take a break? Take a break. Yeah, take a break. Sometimes we take a break and we stop pushing, and that's okay too. Because who's writing the script of your life? You are. And I get to write the script of my life and allow it to unfold. And that script is all about how I choose to respond to what's happening. How I choose to respond to what's happening. Dr. Olson goes on to say in her book, the book of the month this week, the key to health and wellness comes from allowing the spirit and soul to imbue us with health and life. Getting ourselves out of the way long enough to allow that health and life to show up. to choose differently, to choose to be like the guys were singing, to choose to be unlimited, to get ourselves out of the way, to, as Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote, get our bloated nothingness out of the divine circuits, to get our limited, mushy beingness out of the way so that the Spirit can work, to choose differently, to come to a place where I can accept that I am indeed greater than I may have imagined yesterday, because it's today. And I woke up brand new. I woke up refreshed. My consciousness went to work while I was asleep, reorganizing, rehashing, reframing everything based on all the new information I took in the previous day. And I wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh yeah, that. Oh yeah, I get to be more today. Oh yes, I get to learn more, love more, be more, express more, because I am all brand new today, because I got refreshed. I got renewed and reconstituted as I was sleeping, and I woke up changed. Changed. It's a beautiful thing to learn to walk with Spirit and dance with Spirit and walk in the field of this life with Spirit. Excuse me, as my partner. And yeah, I know it's everywhere. It's in me. It's in between my cells. It is my cells. It's the hairs on the top of my head. And it's around me. And it's beneath me. And it's above me. And it's in the walls of the building. It's in the seat I'm sitting on. It is everywhere and everything. And I choose to have an experience in my life that says, you know what? I take Spirit as my partner. And we walk hand in hand through this life. I can have that experience because it will show up for me in ways that I need it to, that I want it to. That is the way I choose to experience it. And I feel it on my shoulder. And I feel it in my heart. And I feel it in my breath. And some days when I'm feeling particularly disjointed or disconnected, I simply walk around. I'll walk around the world with my hands like this, just facing the ground. And I will feel the energy flowing back and forth between my hands and the ground that I'm walking on. And that makes a difference. Towards the end of the book, Dr. Olson writes that grace is the soul and spirit making love. Grace is the soul and the spirit making love. What a wonderful way to think about it. I choose, we can choose, you can choose to walk in that space, to walk in grace, to walk through our lives surrounded by an energy and an atmosphere so loving and caring that it is ecstatic. Would you like to have moments like that in your life? Then let's choose that today for ourselves. Let's remember that we have an opportunity daily, moment to moment, to breathe into just that kind of experience that says, indeed, grace is that for me. That I walk daily with a sense of spirit based on my own practices that says, I am, and then we fill in the blank. I am loving, I am joyful, I am caring, I am magical, I am happy, healthy, and whole, because every time we use that phrase, I am, what follows is a statement of identity. What follows is a statement that says, this is truly what I am. This is how I show up. This is my nature. So let's be mindful about what we follow that statement, I am, with. Especially when we're speaking it with conviction. Let's speak, I am joyful, into my experience. Let's speak, I am loving and caring, into my experience. Let's speak, I am prosperous, healthy, whole, and abundant, into our experience. Let's speak, I am peaceful. I am at peace. I am comfortable in my own skin. That it's okay to giggle. What would you choose? What would you choose for you, for your experience to be today? Speak it. And let it be. So this week, our spiritual practice is to remember that we have, if we've been around this kind of teaching for any stretch of time, we all have a pretty significant toolbox of spiritual tools, do we not? We have prayer, meditation, affirmations, reading, sitting, walking, seeking support, chanting, journaling, participating in classes, workshops, and gatherings, being part of a spiritual community. We have all these tools. And if you want more tools, ask. So the practice this week is to remember that indeed we have tools. And it's up to us to choose to use them. It's up to us to choose to employ them. So that is our practice this week. Okay. We do have a weekly Mindful Monday newsletter. If you'd like to receive that newsletter, point your camera at the QR code and we'll get you signed up for that as well. Or you can put your email address on the clipboard in the lobby. So with that, I will open it up. We are opening it up for questions, comments, your thoughts on the topic today. Andy. Every time we pause like this, I hear the Jeopardy tune in the back of my head. Don't you? Yes. I mean, it's just encoded in our DNA. Yeah. Yes, Stephen. You can stay there. I'll bring you the microphone.
That's right. Thank you, Matt.
I know. That's all right.
These are all great, and I have been on this strong spiritual journey for about a year now, consistently. I've taken classes. I've got a lot of the tools, and for me, it's finding the time to continue practicing the tools, not continue feeling that I have to learn more. There's something different, or something better, or something easier. Can you help clarify that?
Yeah. You see, employing the tools can be as simple as stopping and taking a deep breath. And eventually what happens is it becomes, with practice, is that it just becomes automatic. We think we have to sit down and take time and do it in thus in such special way and like all the things. Now there's time and place for that. And at the same time, the practice is a matter of staying conscious enough that I can stop and pause and breathe in the face of conflict. And I bring that up because that is a big one for me. Is having awareness enough that in the face of some kind of trauma response that I might be having, that rather than firing back, I stop and I pause and I breathe. And let that initial wave pass so that I can respond consciously. And from a space of care and love and compassion and authenticity. So, that's it. Okay. Anybody else? No? Okay. I'm not going to make you talk. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Steve. Let's take all of this into prayer this morning. Everybody just take a brief breath in with me and let it go. And we return to center. We return to spirit. We return to a conscious and intentional awareness of the one infinite life, love, mind, spirit that is God. A universal life, power, and presence that moves within us and through us and around us with each and every thought, every word, every breath we take. It is closer to us than our hands and feet. Enfolding us in love and truth and wisdom right here and right now. I affirm for each and every one of us here and those watching online, that we are conscious, awake, and aware that God, Spirit, our higher power is all there is, that this infinite source and substance of life is ever present. That in this moment we breathe it in, we feel it, we express it as love and joy, as peace, as a wisdom that guides and directs us in each and every moment as we move through our day. It sweeps aside any thought of lack or limitation. It sweeps aside any fear. It sweeps aside any doubt. For it is truly the light, and the light that shines in the darkness. We own it, we feel it, we receive it, and we express it. Truly it is a flow. It is the flow of us in this thing we call life. And I know that all of this is true of each and every one of us here. It is true of the community we live in, the community we serve. It is true of anybody who is on their spiritual path in this moment seeking the light. So rather than seek it right now, we simply receive it and we accept it as the truth of our being. And with gratitude, go forward into the rest of this day and every day, knowing and trusting that all of this is truly fulfilled in this moment. That life is good and very good as each and every one of us here. And so we let it be. And so it is. All right. Okay. Now's the time for our grateful giving. It's the time in our service for our spiritual practice of grateful giving, where we affirm and circulate the good that we've received in our lives and support the continued sharing of our message of affirmative spirituality with the world. Ernest Holmes writes, "I know that my good is increased and multiplied as it is scattered. I am both an inlet and an outlet for the passage of divine love, life, and power. Wherever I go, then I shall depart the divine blessing which I have received." So I invite everybody online, in the room, to join us in the practice this morning. There are lots of ways to share your contribution with the center. There is the donate button on the website. You can make it a one-time or a recurring donation, and if it's a recurring thing, you can pick up tithe tickets when you come into the space, drop those in the basket as it comes around. We also have money finders, where we have, got my props. Money finders, the prosperity program, where we celebrate the serendipitous occurrence of prosperity and abundance in our lives when it shows up just seemingly out of the blue. We take 10% of that, drop it in here, keep 90 in our pockets, and we know that what we give attention to tends to grow. So as we give attention to the spontaneous appearance of prosperity, it grows as well. We do receive Zelle. The Zelle address is, there we go, donations at SCSL.org. Take credit cards in the front lobby or use the QR code or the old school analog system of the offering basket as it comes around. We appreciate all of it. We celebrate it all. So if you'd like to hold your gift over your heart, if you're comfortable doing that, and join me in the affirmation. I am an open channel through which prosperity flows. I accept the divine flow of goodness, ideas, and substance through me now. I am grateful for my full and prosperous life, and so it is.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful.
And we are so very, very grateful to receive the blessings of prosperity that have been shared with us here today. We receive them and allow the flow to continue to grow and expand in, through, and around as each and every one of us, as we bless this Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living. And the center goes on to bless, heal, and prosper those that we serve each and every day. Here in the center, here in our community, and throughout the world. We're so very, very, very grateful. And so we let it be. So it is. All right. A few closing announcements this morning. If you'd like prayer today, as Daniel said, see Daniel back in the prayer space. He'll be available for that, or you can leave a written request in the prayer box in the lobby or on the website 24/7, 365. Remember to stop by the front desk to sign up for the Grateful Gathering Fall Potluck. For Grateful Gathering next Saturday, and the fall potluck later in October, or make your donation. Next Sunday, join myself and Reverend Jill for a shared experience, Celebrate Daily Living, as we once again share the fifth Sunday stage. We will look at how we can tap into the power of our minds to better serve, heal, and transform our bodies and our lives with live music featuring Jennifer Sheets next week. So, yay, we get to see Jennifer next week. Followed by Brunch at Picazzo's Healthy Italian Kitchen. All that. Promises to be a great Sunday next week. Every Sunday is a great Sunday. I'm glad to have all of you here. Bring a friend. Bring a friend next week. I'm inviting you all to bring a friend. So, with that, let's stand for our affirmation in our closing song. I live in peace and share my joy. I am empowered by spiritual truth. Today I am living spirit. So it is.
Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making